Welcome back to Through the Ages. In today's episode, we are diving into one of the Bible's most pivotal stories, the Ten Commandments. Picture this. The Israelites have just escaped Pharaoh's army by crossing the Red Sea, only to find themselves in a vast empty desert where their faith faces new challenges. They have witnessed miracles, but now, as they journey through the wilderness, doubts begin to creep in. It is in this uncertainty that the story of the Ten Commandments unfolds, a divine covenant between God and his people. The scene is set at the base of Mount Sinai, where Moses, the Israelites' leader, climbs up alone to speak with God. Imagine the awe and fear as the mountain is covered in thunder, lightning, and thick clouds, symbolizing God's powerful presence. God calls Moses up and tells him of his plans to make the Israelites his treasured possession if they keep his commandments. This covenant would set them apart as a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. To prepare, the Israelites purify themselves, gather at the base of the mountain, and wait, honoring its sacred ground. On the third day, Moses ascends alone, and it is here that God delivers the Ten Commandments, laws that would not only shape the Israelite community, but also influence humanity for generations. Each commandment carries a distinct message. You shall have no other gods before me. God called the people to recognize him as their only God, rejecting all other deities or idols. You shall not make idols. No images or idols were to be created to represent God. This was a call to focus on God's unseen spiritual nature rather than reducing him to an object or symbol. You shall not take God's name in vain. God's name should be spoken with reverence and respect, never used lightly or in a manner that dishonors his holiness. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The Sabbath, or seventh day, is a day of rest and worship. Honor your father and your mother. Respecting parents is fundamental to a stable society. You shall not murder. This commandment emphasizes the importance of respecting the life of every individual, as each person is created in God's image. You shall not commit adultery. Faithfulness in marriage is to be upheld as a sacred bond. You shall not steal. Respecting the property and rights of others is essential for fostering trust and harmony within the community. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Bearing false witness disrupts community peace and violates God's standard of truth. You shall not covet. Desiring what others possess leads to envy, division, and dissatisfaction. God calls his people to embrace contentment and gratitude. After delivering these laws, Moses returned to the people, who, shaken by the encounter, asked Moses to communicate with God on their behalf. Moses ascended the mountain again, spending 40 days receiving further guidance on how the people should live in harmony with God's commandments. The climax occurred when God inscribed the Ten Commandments on 2 stone tablets, sealing this covenant. But while Moses was away, the people grew impatient. In their restlessness, they persuaded Aaron to create a golden calf, an idol for them to worship. When Moses returned and saw the people worshiping the idol, he threw the tablets to the ground, symbolizing their broken covenant with God. Despite their failing, Moses pleaded with God for forgiveness, and in his mercy, God relented. Moses returned to the mountain, where God renewed the covenant with a second set of tablets. Now let's shift our focus to an incredible piece of art, Moses Breaking the Tablets of the Law by Rembrandt van Rijn. We previously examined another of Rembrandt's masterpieces, The Jewish Bride, and today we will delve into how Rembrandt portrays Moses in a profoundly emotional moment. Rembrandt was a renowned Dutch painter of the Golden Age, known for his mastery of light and shadow, as well as his profound empathy for the human experience. Moses Breaking the Tablets of the Law, painted around 1659, reflects both the biblical drama and possibly Rembrandt's personal struggles. By this time, he had endured the loss of loved ones, financial difficulties, and social hardships. His later works often depict biblical figures at intense, transformative moments, much like what we see with Moses here. In this artwork, Moses is depicted in a moment of fury as he confronts the betrayal of his people. Rembrandt's masterful use of light and shadow highlights Moses' face, hands, and the tablets against a dark, indistinct background. His rough, broad brushstrokes convey a sense of movement and urgency, emphasizing the raw emotion of the scene. This artwork is not merely a depiction of Moses as a distant religious icon. It is a portrayal of human struggle and divine justice, revealing Moses as a man caught between God's commandments and the failings of the people. Rembrandt's painting makes Moses relatable, capturing his humanity in a manner that speaks to our own experiences of struggle and faith. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more insights into biblical stories and their profound impact on art and history.